Yo, yo, yo. This is not going to be a normal theme compared to most of my other videos that I make, but this is my channel, so I get to make whatever I want. So anyway, this is a reaction video to the Capitals win last night in Game 4 of Stanley Cup playoffs. So I'm a huge Caps fan, so you can call me biased, and I probably am. But anyway, I was really, really excited. I mean, as you can imagine, to see the Caps win last night, of course. I mean, why wouldn't I be? I'm a Caps fan, but still. After Game 3, it was kind of like, I was not, and obviously and expectedly, I was not happy about Game 3. We lost, and, that was pretty lame. So I was pretty unhappy about it, and I just felt like in my gut, I felt like, man, you know what? If we don't get this together, it's gonna be over. Like, they are running all over us. They are making us look bad. They got the crowd behind them. Blah blah blah. Yeah, and yes, at the end of the day, we do have home ice advantage. We have more home games than they do, but still, you don't want to put your series. You don't want to put the fate of your playoffs on home ice. You know what I mean? On just having home ice. You want to win you have to win on the road. If you want to win the cup, if you want to win a series, you have to win on the road. So, and on home. That's the thing. That's a given. You have to win at home, right? That's the thing. You have to win at home, but you got to win on the road as well. So, after Game 3, I was kind of like, oh my gosh. Anyway, last night, I watched like the first 5 minutes of the game, first 10 minutes of the game, not even 10 minutes. I had to get off because I had a meeting with church, Zoom call for an hour. So I went into my meeting and then came out. I was feeling good. I was feeling good vibes. Wasn't checking the score or anything like that. Didn't know what the score was. So feeling good vibes coming out. And I'm like, all right. Let's go. I had my Cap shirt on. I was like, let's go. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what's going on. And I was like, oh man, it's going to be 3-0 Canadians. Or maybe it's 3-0 Caps. And, and I looked at the score and it was tied 1-1. I'm like, all right. And so I'm watching it. And I was like, okay, it's tied 1-1. I was like, that is so typical of this series. It's tied 1-1. Okay. So, in the second, I think it was. Yeah, it was in the second, I believe. And I start watching it, and the Canadians score. They take the lead, 2-1. And I'm like, man, it sucks. I hate it. And I hate the Montreal crowd. You know what I mean? They're just super annoying. They're so loud and boisterous, which is like, it's great. That's what home fans are supposed to be. But they cry and whine about everything, excessively. They make sure, and you gotta give it to them. They really put their heart and soul into it. But every penalty that's called against the Canadians is just a complete joke. And then if a Capitals player looks at a Canadian, it's boo. It should have been a penalty. So I can't even remember a lot that happened last night. I remember watching the end of the second period, and Canadians went to the locker room with a 2-1 lead, and then I watched the third period. And now, here's the thing. The Caps have been great. The Caps have been great all year with the third period, and so have the Habs, the Canadians. They've been great in the third period all year as well. They're both great teams at comebacks. They're both great third period teams, right? And Capitals really let things get away from them in Game 3. So I know Spencer Carberry, the coach of the Caps, I know he was really trying to get everybody dialed in, to stay disciplined, to stay focused, in this game. And I think that's what happened. Again, I didn't get to see most of the first period, but from what I hear, it was a Capitals type of game. And yes, the Canadians took the lead going into the third, but the game was still played on the Capitals' terms, from what I can understand. Caps were out shooting and a lot of hitting, and But watching them play, I was happy I was happy with what I was seeing. I mean, one of the things that's made me the angriest this whole postseason has been how we struggle to get the puck out. A lot of times we'll get the puck and we are trying to make a pass and like with poise and control to make a breakout from the defensive zone. I'm like, okay, that's great. That is really great. That's awesome. That's amazing. Wonderful. Awesome. But something keeps happening again and again. And that is, we go to make that play and it doesn't work. And they turn it over. We turn it over. They turn it over. They end up with the puck in our zone. So I think, to me, again, and I'm not the Capitals coach, and, Spencer Carberry is coach of the year for a reason. And he is not to be underestimated. That's something I'm coming to learn. It doesn't matter how we play. It doesn't matter who's playing. It doesn't matter who we're playing. Spencer Carberry can make a huge difference. He can make the difference with our guys. He knows. He knows how to do it, and he does it. And I think that's what they did this game, for sure. But I really like to see us get the puck out more. Get it out and get it out sooner, earlier, quicker, more consistently, because we get to save so many headaches by just doing that. And again, I only saw part of the second and then the third period in this game. So, maybe we're doing a little bit better. But let's see. So, Caps in the third period, they seem to be playing pretty good. Canadians seem to be playing pretty good. From what I remember, it was kind of neck and neck. It wasn't like too crazy either way. But I liked the way the Caps were playing more so than in the other games, in the game 3. But there is some history between Tom Wilson and Josh Anderson. And Josh Anderson got a penalty for both of these guys danced on the bench in Game 3. And when I say dance, hockey fans, you know what I'm talking about. They fought. They got into it. They were going. Tom Wilson took Josh Anderson out on the bench. And if it wasn't for the ref in between them both, it would have been worse. I'm not trying to put a target on anybody because I'd rather us play our game and not worry about trying to hit targets, But because that's not gonna win us the series. Playing our game is gonna win the series. But I would really like to see Josh Anderson get taken out, like by Wilson. I'm talking about a clean hit. I want to see Wilson hit Josh Anderson the way he hit Carrier. And so players are in the corner. Wilson's finishing a hit, and then Josh Anderson doesn't like it, so he goes up high on Wilson. Puck's nowhere in sight. You can't do that, so Anderson goes to the penalty box, which is great. Then later on in the third period, everything's kind of going according to plan. The Caps are there. The Caps aren't going away, but we're kind of playing a quiet game. Not a quiet, like, as in absent game. We're there, like I said, but we're playing kind of, in my opinion, kind of a quiet game. I think we're just going about our business. We're playing the way we play. We're taking advantage of the chances that we get when it's turned over. Blah blah blah. And we take it up the ice and score, But a play comes and the puck goes to Carrier right in the middle of the ice against the boards. And he's coming up the left side, getting ready to make a pass or dump it in. And Wilson has just circled, and he's circling again. And now he sees him, and he lays the crap out of Carrier. He destroys Carrier. I love this hit so much. He absolutely destroys Carrier. Cleanest, biggest body check of the playoffs. And all the Habs fans, of course, are crying. It was a high hit. He left his feet. It was charging. All this kind of stuff. Ridiculous. The Habs fans are really not making a good name for themselves because of how badly they're complaining about this hit. Even their goalie spoke out in the media saying it was a bad call. It should have been a call, and it was a dangerous hit. People are saying things like, oh, it was a scary hit, all this kind of stuff. Let me say something. If you think that that is a scary hit, you need to stop watching hockey, because it's not the sport for you. You need to start watching girls play with their Barbies. You need to start watching people playing soccer. You need to start watching LeBron James flop around the basketball court, because those are clearly the sports for you. Hockey is not the sport for you, because that's a clean hit. It's an open ice hit. It's a huge hit. It's an amazing hit. And the only reason you don't like it is because it's against your guys. Period. And because it's Tom Wilson. That makes it worse for you. And yes, I know it's salt in the wound. I know it stings. But, that's just the way it goes. And Tom Wilson is going to get those hits. He's going to make those hits. And he has a tendency and a habit of making those hits when it matters the most. In the Eastern Conference Finals of 2018, he fought Braden Coburn and absolutely destroyed Braden Coburn. And the Caps went on to win the game and the series in Game 7. Okay? Not saying we're going 7 here. I'd rather we not go 7 and win it before then, but we're going to win this series. Tom Wilson is that kind of a player. He's not a goon. He's strong as an ox. He fights. And not only does he fight, he can fight. And not only can he fight, he can fight anybody. He can fight anybody in this league. And not only can he fight anybody in this league, he can basically beat anybody in this league. Period. That's the type of fighter he is. He's that good. And not only that, so he's got that going for him, right? He's also a goal scorer. He's also a leader. He's also monstrous hit giver, as was seen against Carrier. And he's an awesome playmaker as well. The guy is the total package, complete total package, and he gives his best. He puts his effort out there. He lays it down. He lays it on the line. He puts it all out there. He gives the game everything he's got. Tom Wilson is the kind of player you want on your team, and people hate because they're jealous. People hate because they're jealous, and they hate because when he makes you guys look silly, like he made the Habs and Carrier. Nothing against Carrier. I don't even know the guy, but I think he played for the Golden Knights in the past, and because of that, I have more of a tendency to dislike him. But Tom Wilson is an amazing player, and he got every single bit of Carrier, and you could tell after Carrier got hit, he got up and he was like, he could not just get back into the play. He was done. He got hit so hard, he was like, and he wasn't hurt. Of course, I'm not cheering for people to get hurt. I am cheering for huge hits from the Caps, especially. But that hit changed the complexion of the game. It took all the momentum out of Montreal. It took all the momentum. It silenced the crowd, and it made everybody go silent, dead silent like that. Like, what? Oh, what happened? Oh. And then as soon as that happened, flip, 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 here comes the puck. Who was it given it to? Duhaime, I think. Yeah, wait, maybe. Yeah, it was given to Duhaime, I'm pretty sure. And he is coming in with speed, one-on-one, puck's in the defender's feet. He fishes it through, beats the defender, gets the puck loose, and freaking scores, tying the game. Amazing. And then what happens like a few minutes later? Mangiapane comes in. Open space. We just keep playing our game, and all of a sudden, somehow, there's all this room again. Why? Because that huge hit. A hit can change a game, and that's what happens. That's what happens when Ovechkin does it. That's what happens when Wilson does it. That's what happens. Period. It's a thing of beauty. It's a work of art, Mangiapane comes up, and he's got room. He's coming into the slot with speed, and he rips it past Dobesh and scores, taking the lead. Habs pull a goalie with like 2 minutes left, 2 minutes 48 seconds, something like that left, and terrific play by who was it? Dowd and Duhaime. Habs have the puck in the offensive zone up by the blue line. 2 defenders, one on the right, one in the middle. And they're doing their thing, getting ready to get set up. And the Caps pressure them. They fumble the puck. The Caps keep their sticks on the ice and get the puck and turn it over and carry it up ice with a clean and clear, free chance to ice the game on an empty net. And Dowd gives it to Duhaime. And Duhaime, once again, the doggy dog, gets the puck and he scores. Rips it, gets the red line. Make sure they get the red line, right, because they don't want icing. Gets the red line, gets in there, and scores, putting the Caps up 4-2 with like 2 minutes left. Icing the game, essentially. Icing the game. Amazing. And of course the Habs pull the goalie again because you have to. You have to risk it all. Because you have to give the game everything you have in order to win. And they did that. Caps get the puck again. And who hits it empty net this time? Tom Wilson. And so the Habs had their favorite game of the season, followed by their least favorite game of the season. Just like that. So that's what we're looking at. Caps have got the lead in the series. Thankfully, wonderfully, 3-1. I'm so freaking happy that that's the case. 3-1. Man, it makes me so happy to think about. But it doesn't matter how happy 3-1 makes you feel. The only thing that matters isn't 3-1. The only thing that matters is 4-1. We have to win this game 5. Period. We have to win it, period. If we don't win game 5, this is not an optional win. This is a must win for us, Caps, because it doesn't mean we're going to be eliminated if we lose the game, no. But when you have a chance to put a team out, you have to do it. Plain and simple. This is the name of the game of the playoffs, the NHL playoffs. When you have a team on the ice, on the edge, on the brink, you have to push them out, and those are typically the hardest games to win. And so this is going to be really great because it's in Washington, right? So that's freaking amazing. It's going to be a good game. It's going to go in the Caps' favor, most likely, because we are, we're sitting there on home ice, and we have the advantage, we have the momentum. But here's the thing. Teams that are on the brink of elimination are the hardest to put out. I can't believe this guy is going on a red arrow. That guy just said, "I don't care, I'm going." It's not a blinky red arrow, buddy. He said, "I'm going." Caps. Teams on the brink of elimination are the hardest to put out. Habs are going to have to play the best game of the series in Washington. Habs also didn't play too bad. Here's the kicker, and this is why. This is why it ain't over. This is why it's not over. And this is why we gotta ice. We gotta ice the cake. We gotta finish it up. Habs played well in Game 1, played well in Game 3. Game 1 and Game 3 could have gone either way. Caps won Game 1 in overtime. Could have gone to the Habs. Easily could have gone to the Habs. Could have gone either way, but could have gone to the Habs. Caps win Game 2 with a 3-2 win. 1 goal advantage. Held on to the lead. Protected the lead in the dying seconds. Outlasted the Canadians and survived. So, yeah, we've got home ice advantage, but let me tell you something. It does not mean as much as you think it does, and it does not mean as much as you want it to mean. Because the Habs do not care. They're there for one reason, to win. We're there for one reason, too, to win. But we can't sit around and go, oh, okay, we got a 3-1 series lead, so, it's not going to be a big deal. We're just going to win. We're just going to beat these Habs. No. You can't be like that at all. You can't be like that even you can't even be like that 0.0000001%. Because if you are, they are going to make you look like a clown. They are going to clown you. They're going to make you look like Wilson made Carrier look. You've got to win this game. Caps have got to win this game, period. This is it. I'm going to put it that way. This is it. The Caps have got to win this game. Because if they don't, it's anybody's series. And we can't sit around here going, okay, well, maybe we'll win, maybe they'll win. No, we can't play that game. Like, are you kidding me? We have to win, period. This is a must-win for the Caps. It's not technically a must-win. We won't get eliminated if we lose it, but it is, for all intents and purposes. It is. It is actually a must-win game. We just have to win this game, period. So, Game 5, it's coming Wednesday. Today's Monday. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be wonderful. I still feel so great and amazing because the Caps won last night, and I'm so happy about that still. But Game 5, Caps have got to win, period. So, let's go Caps. Also, shout out to Tom Wilson, Shout out to Tom Wilson. But also shout out to Logan Thompson. Because Logan Thompson freaking killed it. Not only did he kill it, he was hurt. He got hurt in Game 3, and everybody's sitting there going, dude, that's our star goalie. He's out. He's going to be out of the playoffs. So not only did we think that he wasn't coming back, period, like at all, he did come back, and he's good enough to play, and he's good enough to play in the next game. He played last night, so it's just so amazing. It's like, what a freaking sigh of relief to have Logan Thompson back. Massive sigh of relief. And additionally, we're getting Protas back. Protas will probably play Game 5. And, he might. I'd say most likely he plays Game 5. But, it's also possible that we save him. But, you know what? That's a tough call to play him or not. I don't know where he's at, so it's just going to depend. But if we get Protas back, dude, it's going to be freaking great. But still, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You can't let it go to your head. Okay, you can't go, we got Pro back. Oh, my gosh, we got Pro back. We're going to freaking win, You can't think that for a second. You have to shut up and get out there and play, period. If you don't, it's over. So, anyway, let's go Caps. Let's go Caps, you guys. What do you think? Let me know. Leave your thoughts and comments in the bottom below. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video. And let me know. Let me know how I'm doing.